A wise and very attractive Belgian carp angler once said, "We all come from apes." And you know what? He was right. Evolution is why we are here today. It has shaped our past, created our present, and it will determine our future. And with the passing of time, it will continue to forge the paths that we tread as both mankind and carp anglers alike. All great religions have times of renewal, moments to take stock before moving on to face the challenges and changes which lie ahead, and carpiness is no exception. In the 2 years since I last addressed the nation, carp angling has changed astronomically, and consequently so have the laws that govern carpiness and the way in which it is depicted in an Instagram upload. A photograph posted on any social media platform other than Instagram may as well be posted on the wall of a truck stop toilet cubicle next to "Call Big Dave on this number." Big Dave won't filter your photos, and Facebook isn't much use either. So to gain the respect from your carp angling peers, always upload your photos to the gram, and remember, crank up the vignette. Go nuts, it's Christmas after all. But don't go pressing that share button just yet, because it doesn't matter how carpy your photo is, it means nothing without a poetic caption that says very little but speaks volumes. Here are some personal favourites that have grabbed my attention this past year. Those chilly, damp mornings when the little 8-legged craftsmen are hard at work. The fire burns deeper than ever. Cheeky little toads. I was saddened to see that the author of this post had neglected his Instagram duties and failed to give this beautiful photo a caption. So I feel it is my responsibility to rectify this and give it those heartfelt words it truly deserves. Hello, Mr. Swan! As you may have noticed from the selection of photos, they all have one thing in common. None of them include a carp. And we all know if there's one thing more carpy than catching an actual carp, it's blanking. If you do happen to accidentally catch a carp, there are a few things you need to remember to make the most of your unfortunate situation. The beard has long since lost its impact, which it had on the carp scene 2 years ago. And summer knitwear sales have seen a serious decline as more and more carp anglers realise that a heavy woolen knit is not the attire to be worn when temperatures top 20 degrees. But what could possibly replace our beloved woolen attire? Bucket hats. The look you've got to go for is 90s raver meets bemused tourist, and if you achieve that, you've nailed it. As human beings, we generally know what is right and how we should act, but we are also aware of how difficult it is to have the courage of our convictions. So today, I want to draw attention to a group of brave individuals who deserve our thoughts at this time of year, who risk shame and ridicule in order to create a carpy moment for all to behold. The Alternative Pose Posse. These true heroes come from all walks of life and seldom blow their own trumpet, although this guy thinks the carp is a trumpet. I mentioned earlier that the carpiest thing to do was to blank. But there's one thing you can do to better your blank, and that's catch. But not carp, that's just mental. Instead, turn your attentions to the more gullible, easier to catch lesser species that require very little skill or angling ability. Species such as perch. There really is nothing more impressive than a proud striped sergeant being held aloft on a cold, crisp morn. Except of course grayling, which have now superseded our once beloved perch. But them too have now been passed by the beautiful zander, which I predict will become the all-time carpy non-carp fish of all time. Do you like dogs? No? Well, that's okay, because wives, girlfriends, children, mates, or just random humans have now replaced man's best friend when it comes to carpifying those catch pics. Yep, that's right, dogs are so last year. But don't go bundle them into a sack and chucking them in the canal just yet, because just like camo, these trends can soon come back around. I'm sure most of you will be celebrating Christmas at home in the company of family and friends, and being apart from them can be hard to bear. So for those hardcore individuals who insist on being on the bank at Christmas, why not take them along? They'll love it, just like this bunch did. For me, this photo encapsulates the very meaning of Christmas and carpiness. Family and friends together with a carp as one. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.